Hello everybody, this is Yoko's Band of Anime Reactions. What did I think of how not to summon a Demon Lord? Be sure and watch the video to find out. And, if you're watching this video, could you let me know in the comments section what sorts of things I could do in these videos that would get you to watch longer, because I have no idea how I would even do, what I would even do to make these longer, because, not make the videos longer, make my watch time longer, because I want you guys to enjoy the videos, but I don't know what you guys would enjoy. So if you actually hear this, let me know in the comment section what you would enjoy in this content that would make, in this video, that would, make sense for the video. Excuse me. Let's see, what happened this episode? Well, obviously the conclusion. But, I know I'm saying and I just hate doing that, but I'm tired. I got woken up at some point last night, but thankfully I didn't have to get up with him because my mom was downstairs at the time, so she got Wyatt, thankfully. Thank God. Other than that, I didn't get woken up, really. Sorry. Oh yeah, it's like 7 o'clock at the moment. I got woken up at 6:30 this morning. Anyway, enough about that. Time for the video. Diablo's having to fight Clem, because, she's kind of not in her right mind at the moment. She's kind of blinded by anger at those people that hurt Rem. Speaking of that, Shira actually manages to heal Rem enough to where she's alive, thankfully. So she was near death. She wasn't actually dead, because if she was dead, she can't be brought back. Though I'm still kind of iffy on if they had modern technology that could possibly bring people back. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, Shira gets Rem out of the way because this whole thing is just, well, nuts. And Clem's trying to attack Diablo. Diablo's trying to dodge the attacks and set up magic stuff on the ground as he goes, which essentially is him setting up for a grand magic spell, but he has to, have time to set it up. And while this is going on, an army of Fallen has appeared outside the city, and the douchey lord from before is about ready to take them down, but they're kind of watching to see what happens because there's nothing going on at the moment. They're just standing there. And Alicia is actually obviously working for the Fallen, because now that I think about it, why didn't the Fallen, I can't remember her name for the life of me. The Fallen girl from before, why did she not question why an Imperial Knight was there with them, That should have been a red flag right there. But I didn't at the time, because I didn't think about the possibility of Alicia, betraying them. Because I thought, Alicia's a good friend, she would never hurt them. But oh no. Anyway, when he's trying to, set them up, he thinks to himself that he usually doesn't give away his items in a fight like this, because he's usually a solo player. And thus he must care about, Rem and Shira in order to do something like that, because he gave away all his healing potions to heal Rem. And Emil actually pops up at one point to help, but obviously he's just gonna get in the way at this point, because, yeah, I think at this point, Diablo had set up his spell, and he had gotten him out of the way. Dang it, what was the name of that spell? Something of the Apocalypse. I can't even remember what it was on the top of my head, but if someone could let me know, that'd be great. But apparently it's a grand magic spell, and when it's over, Clem is still obviously alive, but is able to get up, which you would think after that nobody would be getting up from that.
But thankfully, Rem is able to get her attention
and let her know, yes, I'm alive. Please go back to your cute little form. Please stop hurting people. And thankfully, she's able to get back to her senses and go back to normal. And while this is going on, Celeste is still trying to keep the barrier up, which I was actually thinking, why did the barrier not keep out Clem and that fallen girl in this episode? So, what's the barrier supposed to do? Anyway, afterwards, actually while this is going on, the Guildmaster goes over to the Lord and tells him, please, that big thing going on in the sky over there, please leave it alone. Diablo's doing his thing. And thankfully he listens. And afterwards, the Guildmaster runs over to them and tells them that, yeah, I can't just sit by and let this slide. What? 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 I have no idea what you're talking about. I'll be in there in a minute, Wyatt. Let me finish up this, okay? Sorry. Sorry, I had a runny nose last night. Anyway, yeah, essentially she can't let it slide, and she has to try and do something to contain this, considering they've got a demon lord, an actual demon lord, in their city. Diablo has a smart idea to use the enslavement charm, or enslavement ritual, on Clem, so that way, you know, she's under his control and she's his responsibility, you know? So she'll have to do what he says, and thus she'll be, you know, less likely to do anything. And he actually does it, and now he has an actual slave of his own, because the whole enslavement of Rem and Shira was an accident. And while this is going on and everybody's just, you know, happy that everything's okay, Alicia shows up and tries to get them to go with her to heal the fallen girl by using Shira as a hostage. Because apparently demon lords can heal, and the reason that she needs healing is because, well, she failed in her mission to get the demon lord, you know, going to kill the mortal races unless they punish her. Anyway, she heals her, and Alicia is upset about all this because she had, you know, betrayed them, and she thinks the only way to atone is to kill herself, and thankfully Diablo stops her and tells her that essentially killing yourself is not going to atone for anything. And essentially Diablo and Alicia kind of have a little bit more in common, because they both have dealt with people who betrayed them, and nobody understands them. And essentially the reason she did all this is because she wants the mortal races to die, because her family was just so, you know, the typical noble family. They're paranoid, they backstab people, they're just essentially awful people, and she had to deal with them her whole life. And thus she decided that, you know, they don't deserve to live, and essentially has condemned all mortal races because of that. And thankfully they got Alicia back on their side due to all that. And now Diablo is essentially exhausted, and the girls decide to try to help him get his magic back, just like last time. Oh dear, and now all the girls are doing this instead of just Shira and Clem. Oh boy, poor Diablo. But yeah, what did I think of this show as a whole? Fan service aside, I liked it. They had a decent plot. I wish we could see more of the show. That'd be awesome, you know? But I think all the major plot points have kind of been done at this point. They don't need to take off the enslavement collars because they're not really enslaved and they like them at this point. And the whole Demon Lord thing inside Rem has been resolved as well, so there's no real need to go further into it unless they come up with another plot point in the manga or something. In which case, I'd love to be able to see that resolved, but at this point, I think it's kind of resolved at this point. So I think it's a fitting end for the show, to be honest, but I did like it. And I'd recommend it to people who, you know, are wanting to watch a good harem show with a decent plot to boot. So if you're a fan of harem shows, anything a little bit more risque, but not quite there, and something that involves, fantasy or magic, this show's for you. So give it a try, see if you like it. And if you are new on my channel and you haven't subscribed, if you've gotten this far in the show, in the episode or video or whatever, props to you. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed, I'd recommend doing so, because this isn't the only anime show that I do, and I'm planning on picking up another show and hopefully working on it on Monday. Maybe. But yeah, if there's a show on here you don't like, or if there's another show you want me to do, just let me know. I might do it at some point. So, and also, I do gaming. I stream Skyrim, I stream Pokemon, I can stream the Shiny Forest games, I can stream any of the games I got. So if there's a game you want me to stream or do a Let's Play of or whatever, feel free to let me know and I'll tell you if I got it or not. But yeah, if you guys like any of that stuff and you think there might be some content on here you would enjoy, I'd recommend subscribing. Anyway, I will see you guys next time.